Okay, good afternoon. Shout out to Nitro Pinball, where I buy all my pinball stuff, except the stuff I make. But all my pinball stuff, all my pinball machines, shout out to Nitro. Give Nitro a call. Give them a message. Say hello. Do what I do and buy too much pinball stuff there. Great company. Good people. Back live today. No problem, Dustin Echoes. I'll take a quick hello anytime. You can also message or call me anytime, brother. I got you. Love to hear about how things are going in Houston and Tennessee. There we go. Again, Space Junk, thank you so much. This is the Star Wars King Kong adjacent, also somehow Mexico theme song I have. So this afternoon, I like to repeat myself and say I've got some unfinished business with Star Wars, but I truly do. This morning I tried, and I just didn't yield any type of decent score. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping Star Wars won't, win the day and get a little further along. But also some other somewhat, interesting news. So I've been dealing with my internet service provider, my ISP, throughout the day. First, I dealt with them this morning, and anyways, my wife called and asked to talk to the manager basically at the ISP. And so my internet modem, we're getting a new one. Newest generation should hopefully fix the issue with I'm having some unexplained timeouts. So I did a long, if you're an internet nerd or a network nerd, you'll know about pings and milliseconds and round trips. So I ran a test last night and there's unexplained just fails throughout it. So anyways, been working on that with the ISP and they're sending me a new modem. So I don't know. I mean, I'm streaming fine right now. And again, I don't know if that's going to be the issue. I'm looking internally as well at my network gear. But I kind of feel like my issue I had streaming was with the ISP because I don't mean to sound Jurassic Parky, but I spared no expense on the PC, built it from scratch, fresh build, clean Windows. Everything's wired. My audio's through a mixer. My internet service is the 2 gig internet up and down. My internet hardware is Unify, all commercial grade. I should not have had the issue I was having. So anyways, I'm working on that because some of you have sat through the pain of frame drops with me. So anyways, shout out to Space Junk 3000. Thank you so much again for coming, folks. Johnny Button, Dustin Echoes, Buster Chops. Robot Adjacent is here, with us every day. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that most days. I slowed down how often Robot Adjacent tweets and talks, but or messages in the chat. But so today I'm going to do some Star Wars stuff. Thank you guys for coming. My name is Aaron. This is the Grown Up Adjacent channel where this group of people gather here together and play pinball pretty much every day. Modern pinball for now, but who knows? That may change soon. That may change never. I mean, I am who I am. I enjoy modern pinball, like, you know, flame suit on a little bit better than old pinball, but I play outside of here in tournament. I play all pinball, but this channel is mostly about moderns, folks. So.
Where do you think you're going?
But yeah, other things to look forward to. We're going to be, I've got some new projects on the go. I'm going to keep kind of seeding them out there and trickling them out there, keep you guys informed. So stay tuned. The channel's growing quite a bit each week. So the new followers and subs have helped a lot. That's a great question. Dustin echoes Henry with the question, what do you consider modern? So in the context that I say that this channel is modern, or I'm a modern pinball player, is mostly more like, you know, the last 10 years, I would say. That's sort of my style and preference, but I definitely really enjoy playing EMs in solid state, and also definitely my era of preference when I go on location is nice games from the 90s and 2000s. So, but what we come to see on this channel is mainly this modern pinball with an LCD, you know, that's sort of what I would say. But I would almost say modern pinball means there's an LCD. Would that be right? Maybe. I don't know. It changes. But I would say if you were to put me in a room with modern pinball and something with bells and whistles on it, I would probably choose the LCD. Okay. It's just my preference. It's my preference.
Humans do truly need my help navigating this machine.
But the Bally Williams era, oh my goodness. The flippers are just identical basically to what we see today in modern Stern. So those I also love. I love a standard width machine. You know, I love all pinball. So we're playing Star Wars today. If you have seen Star Wars on the channel before, you'll notice the sound and music is Star Wars adjacent. I wouldn't exactly call it original. It's not throwing any copyright warnings, so I'm happy for that regard. That's Space Junk 3000. I think you're probably we're probably very alike in that regard. Because then when I go on location, like I talked this morning about Industry Arcade, they have so many, they have about 40 games, and so many of their games are like those ones from the 90s and 2000s, and they got 5 or 6 LCD kind of moderns. But yeah, so at home I play this, and the family enjoys this. They all love Stern Insider Connected, and I do fully acknowledge the privilege level I have in my arcade here. Let's be honest, I know that. But we hobby swapped. We used to be the boat family that had this money pit of a boat. We sold that, put it behind us, and just reinvested in happiness in the arcade. So that's the short story of our journey. But yeah, I do prefer when I go out on location, I like really look forward to playing those, you know, I don't want to call them older games, but like from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, because it's different. Makes the journey worth it. So.
Shot completed.
That lubed up spinner's gonna spin for a week. Okay. No. Oh my God. Was this like a 0-point bonus? Oh my God, 2 million. Oh well, we're just getting started. Yeah, Space Junk, that's the thing too. I mean, basically anytime I go on location, if I'm gonna be there for an hour, they're getting 20 bucks out of me, 10 bucks at least. I feel it's almost like a donation to what we do. Gotta support the locations.
Super skill shot completed.
recently when I was in Washington, I went to a place called the Ruckus Room in Bellingham, which I really liked. And it was the afternoon. I was the only person in there, and I got $20 in tokens, which is a lot of tokens. And anyways, I was in there for 2 hours and spent $6 because I just had the longest games. And I think they had that thing where you like buy 3 games, get 2 free, or buy 2, get a third free. So I got a ton of pinball for $6. More pinball than I wanted. So now I have a Dixie cup of tokens floating around in my car.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, I gotta turn up the audio a bit, but I heard we got a new follower. Turned up the sound alerts too. Thank you, S-Jab, for the new follow on Twitch. There we go.
Tell me, young Luke, what brings you out this far?
So Space Junk, remind me again, where are you located?
I don't pretend to understand the Force, but this dark side is not to be trifled with. Hurry up!
Denver, okay. I think Johnny Button was from Denver for a while. I was gonna say Johnny Button and Jess, they're from the Denver.
Skill shot completed.
Come on now. Sure, I'll take that.
Half the battle multi-ball. Jackpot.
Where's like PC rated for 1
Jackpot.
I heard we got a raid, so thank you for the raid, whoever came in. I've got a fucking network wire right here. Erg. The way I redesigned my rig, the computer's up really high. And anyways, the network wire's like draped across. They were so distracting on this game. Excuses. Welcome in, Chris, like PC Games also. Just getting a bit of feedback there too, but yeah, SJab, welcome to the stream also. I do live stream on a few different platforms at once each day, but definitely the community is kind of I'm trying to grow it on both YouTube and Twitch for my horizontal. But for example, today I think I'm actually pushing out horizontal to other like the Facebook and a few other places at the same time. But yeah, welcome to Twitch. Twitch is always cool because we've got our sound alerts. You know, you save up your channel points and all that stuff. So I think Twitch is right. I mean, on YouTube, we can do stuff there too. YouTube is basically like trying to be now more like Twitch. It's got all the extra add-ons and it's starting to get stuff like emotes. But welcome in, Patty and Papa the Guy also. I think Chris rated too, but what are your thoughts on fan layout versus hybrid fan, or like in JP or Godzilla? Well, that's the question of all time. Yeah. It's hard to say. It really depends on the implementation. And for example, is the game fun anyway? Like, for example, I'm a big fan of Stranger Things, and it is definitely a fan layout. This game has some, you know, it's not similar layout. Shouldn't say that. I think what is more popular these days is a non-fan layout or like a hybrid fan with maybe an extra single flipper. But I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. If you're going to aim something at targets, it's kind of like a shooting range, right? Like everything has to kind of be a fan layout. Yeah, like Space Jug 3000 says fan adjacent. Maybe like fan with a flipper. But I don't know. Would we call Godzilla that? Godzilla has so many little loops that you can do. And like how the one flipper feeds like some real high speed loops. So this is definitely a staggered fan layout if there ever was one. I don't know. I think it's good to have a bit of both. Like Jack Danger's Uncanny X-Men, there is so little that's fan layout about that. And I think it is one of the reasons why maybe it wasn't so widely loved or adopted. Because everything's like it's like the S layout. It's got to have, I'm sure a name will come for it one day. We'll look back and be like, even Foo Fighters, Jack Danger's design has some of that really cool like S looping. You can loop from one side to another. I kind of like that. Like I do like another flipper. I don't love a 2 flipper game. I really like a 3rd flipper, but yeah, I don't know, it's a good question. What do you all think? What do y'all think in the chat? What is better? That Patio Furniture asked above. What are your thoughts on fan layout versus hybrid layout in JP and Godzilla? That's a question. You know what's funny? I'm still in a bit of a honeymoon phase, just having landed Jurassic Park in my household. And I definitely like everything about Jurassic Park right now. Obviously, you guys know I've played Jurassic Park before, like most of all of you. But now that it's here, it's like a whole new experience at home. So I'm stoked. The other thing too, right, Boots, is like now I think the audience starts to expect a bit of both. If everything came out and it was like a Jack Danger design or an Elwyn with a bunch of looping action and really creative, hard to aim and visualize shots, I think people would really like when a good fan layout comes out. And then this game came out, and I think people hate that it's a fan layout. Like, but you know what? A fan is pinball. That's how you aim. That's what your shots are. So I don't know, mate, what could have made this one more accepted? You know what I think in this game? I think what in front of the AT, that should have been skinnier. The Death Star and the Luke ramp or Luke shot should have been wider. That's my only kind of feedback about this one. I think the cutscenes, the sound, the lighting, and even the graphics on this game are good. I don't mind any of that. I like those things more than I have complaints about Star Wars, to be honest. But anyways, you know what they say about opinions.
Is it safe for droids?
Well, that's the thing too. Busted Chops comes in with the great opinion too. Why can't we have both? I think we need both. I think if like design geniuses like, you know, the Elwins and even Jack Danger, if they kept doing those same super loopy loops, people would eventually get tired of it. So I think they'll switch it up in their future designs, make some real creative long shots again. Like even in another game, shots and layout, one of my favorites is King Kong. It's all about that biplane shot. Long, flowy, fast ramps and wireforms. Like, yeah. You know what? SJAB can happen with games like Star Wars. One or two frustrating shots can ruin the experience. And I had that recently with Dungeons and Dragons until I figured out the shot. I was getting really frustrated with how the modes were timing down. My characters, the Dungeons and Dragons characters, were all getting killed off, and I just couldn't figure out that I had to get the shot into Physmo, then I had to hit the magnet, then I had to hit one of the two shots. So for me, that little like negativity, it kind of drown out the game for me. And then once I figured it out, I had some of the best games of my life. Like every game, I had fun. So I think it's just a matter of time, you know. Once this game shows up in more tournaments, more people find the strategy, what to hit, what to ignore. They change the rules, they add timers, they add ball saves, those type of things. This game will be probably, you know, I don't want to say more popular, but it'll be more adopted.
The rebellion needs every soldier it can get.
Even John Wick, for example. John Wick came out, the code kind of, any type of negative user experience, whether it's small or large, gets amplified if it's the first thing to get the voice out there. Now, like, I don't know, I don't think I'll ever sell John Wick. I love it. And people were like, ick in the beginning, but yeah, Space Junk 3000. Each game has a barrier of entry till you get the shots and learn the rules. And sometimes sucking means there's a lot to look forward to. Yeah, so for example, yesterday, I just have started to play the Jurassic Park I bought. And some of the shots, I remember when I'm in the arcade, I'm able to hit them all the time. And then at home, it hasn't clicked yet. So for me, it's part of that journey to find those shots, right? I mean, for me anyway. Plus, one thing that like is kind of the cheat code or secret to this whole thing I do here is I enjoy learning how to play games better with the community hanging out and watching and giving me ideas and being like, hey man, you got to slow down. Hey man, why don't you try to trap up once in a while? Nudge Pinball HQ, also welcome in from France. Thank you for coming to the stream. Question of the day above was, what is it? Is it fan layouts or combat? It was a little further above from patio furniture. Betty Furniture also says, I think some view of fan layout is lazy or simplified, not necessarily easier, but lacking creativity and flow of others. I think that view does go around sometimes, for sure. But I also think it's one of those things that when a new game comes out, it's one of the first things people spot. So like when I remember when Star Wars, the first pictures came out, it was only in a negative light. It was, oh, it's just another fan layout. It's ignoring the fact that the entire legacy of pinball involves fan layout, like almost every game, at least for, you know. So one thing they could have done, could they have added a flipper? No, they would have needed to curve some of these ramps a little more. But so S-Jab says also, they don't mind tight shots. I think part of it also that they're a big Star Wars fan. They're hoping for more of a journey. The game feels flat to me. I don't disagree with that. I think that they need to, something that's said often so far, that what you're doing on the playfield, the sound and the video, and the call outs should kind of make you feel like, okay, I'm in this location doing this. Some of the modes feel like that, like the Hoth multi-ball. You know, you're in the whole thing, the sound ties in. But I think maybe that some of the stuff didn't integrate to the level we expect. I don't know. For me, like, I look at things like my daughter doesn't play a ton of pinball. She was like, I said, what game should we move the rig to? She helps me move the rig now that it's I don't know, she has fun doing it with me because she crawls under and hooks up the HDMI and the audio, direct audio. She's like, oh, it has to be Star Wars. You haven't put Star Wars on it. It looks so good. She loves the movie cutscenes now. Well, that's another market opinion. I mean,
Greetings, exalted ones. I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations.
Yeah, so Busted Chops came in with, again, a great hot take. Says they learned quick to ignore those early community criticisms. Exhibit A, Jaws. Jaws today, by the way, folks, I believe was on the position number 1 of the top 100. So yeah, S-Jab. So my daughter enjoys that I enjoy pinball. She loves, honestly, she sees that I'm completely obsessed with it. And but when she plays it too,
Nudge Pinball HQ is our newest follower.
There we go, another
Welcome
follower.
to the show, Nudge Pinball HQ.
Thank you so much, Nudge Pinball HQ, for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. My daughter loves the whole idea of the stream. She loves that we know a number of the people on a first name basis, that I met people in different cities. She just loves the positivity that the pinball brings to our household. So, but yeah, she is quite good. She's good at pinball too, and she doesn't practice. That's what I'm thinking. If she were to just practice, like, you know.
Pinball, why, it's my primary function.
But yeah, welcome to the chat. Happy, is it Wednesday? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's Tuesday. I gotta reconfigure.
We buy Pinball subscribe to the channel for 1 month.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the sub. Everyone gets a horn. Thanks, We Buy Pinball. Aaron, I appreciate it, man. Okay. I set up here where I have this machine in my room. Like, I got a network wire that's driving me mad right now. It's like touching my hand constantly.
Junior.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. A lot of breath. Thank you so much, my man.
The Jedi Ball Saver is now available.
And we're hyping. Hype train.
After 18 indicates a shot, you place a shot multiplier. D. I. The Jedi Ball Saver is now fully operational. Ball 1 locked.
That's Junior, me, Junior.
Valley Despair is our newest follower. Welcome to the show, Valley Despair.
Junior, me, Junior.
Awesome. Another follower. Wow. We're on fire today. Thanks, guys. All right. Hype train is flowing. We got the hype train music. I don't know if this is hype train music. We need hype train specific music. Choo choo on the hype train. Thank you so much, John. I love you,
What
man.
you don't want to do in this game. None instead.
All right, quite a few new subs, courtesy of Mr. Button.
The Jedi Ball Saver is now fully operational.
Hype train level 2 rolling.
Ball 2 locked. It may be advantageous for us to collect a mystery award. We've been rescued. Bonus multiply.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Jedi Ball Saver is now available at the action button. Use the action button to control your Jedi powers.
Awesome, folks. Well, we got quite a few new subs out of that hype train. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, John and others. Lord of the Rings breath, a lot of breath. Thank you so much. And We Buy Pinball starting the hype train with the resub. It's very hard for me to scroll this one window, but this is nice. You know, yesterday the stream was kind of like frustrating because it wasn't like flowing properly. And so yeah, today's a better stream session. Okay. Last game, not a super high score, but we're edging up there. We're edging. All right.
Super skill shot completed. Bomb is lit.
Oh, nope. Ball save.
That's 2 Yomi Junior.
There we go.
I stumbled across a recording.
I kind of
Widescreen
focus on that shit
It
too.
belongs to someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ball 1 locked.
S_jab subscribe.
Awesome, S-Jab, for the sub. Thank you so much. There we go.
You take good care of Master Luke now, understand?
And do take good care of yourself.
Oh, we're at Hype Train level 3. Hype Train level 3. I mean, the greatest we got to was 5. Or was it 7? I don't know.
Jedi Ball save enabled. Super skill shot completed. I beg your pardon, but all the missions are now
Oh,
lit.
no.
That's 2 Yomi Junior.
Okay, I'll take a ball save.
D. They shut down the main reactor. Maybe destroys the ship. There'll be no escape for the princess this time. Don't you call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight blob of grease. Now come on before somebody sees you. Use the action button to control your Jedi powers
All right.
and save the ball.
Oh, what the hell was that?
That's 2 Yomi Junior.
I find that happens once in a while when the ball's spinning. When it gets onto that magnet, it just like yeets itself into the side. So the Jedi ball save caught it, and then it just kind of shimmied it over to the left rather than straight up. It was probably the ball is probably spinning.
He's got to follow his own path. No one can choose it for him.
Oh, aggressive there.
I wish Ben were here.
Half battle multi-ball.
I know, right? Well, you see what happened there was we were hitting.
I wish I had your confidence.
Get the only not lit shot. That's nice.
Well done. Now, may we please go home?
Oh my god, double drain. I don't have it fully down, Boots, but I'm working on it. It is such an important shot. I forget who told me, maybe it was Dustin Echoes, that you have to master that shot. It was someone on stream told me that it's one of the most important shots, that when you start the game, first hit your light lock at underneath the AT-AT and then backhand. So that's kind of like by default how I start my games in this one. But so usually full plunge, try to get ball control, and usually light lock, and then And I'll usually do that first because if you have a ball save timer, like it doesn't really matter.
Through Tell them if
If you
they
drain
don't do
any.
as you wish, you'll become angry and use your magic.
Well, one note.
Oh! I did the thing. I did the thing for the thing. I pushed it. I think it was my fault. Okay. Well. Growing up adjacent. Pez Johnson, welcome to the stream also. Haven't played this too much, but so far my strat is to flail endlessly until the game is over. Oh my god. We're the same. I'm just kidding. Actually, the sad part is when I play this, I'm actually heavily strategizing. It's just one of the most challenging to remain in ball control. But yes. Yeah, the one thing that is frustrating, probably a lot of games, the most frustrating part's like the upper third. For me, it's the lower half. Everything happening here is risky. And I forget it was someone who told me they lowered their sling power to just reduce the risk, but I don't know. I'm not super, like, I'm not like a huge fan of like nerfing the game when it gets hard.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Oops. Sorry, that got Yeah, an S jab above. Sometimes the force save does go a little bit wonky. I'm pretty sure in one of the more recent code updates, in the menu, you can go and like specify if you want the force save to be like easy, moderate, or hard. And like, I don't know what that means, but anyways, Nudge Pinball. Yeah, we'll see you next time, my friend. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the sub and follow. So for example, usually when you okay, it's fine, ball save. Let's get some control here, or just put it in there.
Missions are lit, so ready to choose from.
Chief Chirpa frowns at easy. I don't know. I'm pretty sure though, what happens when you put it to easy, it just like holds the magnet harder for longer, because lately, if I drain on this lane, I used to just tap the button and it would fling it over into the shooter lane. Now it feels like it grabs the ball every time. So, I don't know. Can't say for sure.
Single skill shot completed. They shut down the main reactor. Will be destroyed for sure. There'll be no escape for the princess this time.
Outlane.
To your region.
The Jedi Ball Saver is now available. Shot multiple.
Don't you call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight blob of grease. Now come on before somebody's going to regret this.
See, Boots, I don't have it perfectly down. But I try. I try for it. There we go.
For one note. I suggest we try to obtain the Lit Mystery Award.
Man, in a week, that thing's still going to be spinning.
too locked.
There we go. That is a surprisingly easy, most safe way to hit the Darth Vader for mystery,
I advise you to connect.
which is let the ball roll up the flipper a bit and just kind of, oh no,
Use the
backhand
action
it.
button to control your Jedi
Yeah.
powers and save the ball.
Okay, all right, I'll deal with that. So when I push when the ball's coming down the left out lane and rolling along the metal apron and it touches the stainless steel thing, you're supposed to push the button and it'll flick it into the shooter lane. This is from John Borg and Ray Day themselves. They told me that at Stirred. And right now, I think maybe when I set the setting to easy, I think it just holds it. Because I haven't had that. I'm going to keep trying today. But
We've been rescued. But let's try not to cut it so close next time.
oof. So what I might do is I might try to change that setting to be more like medium. Okay, there we go.
No hands. Impressive. Most impressive. Half the battle multi-ball. Jackpot. Well done. Jackpot.
Add a ball. We can take some more balls.
Jackpot.
Alright, I obviously couldn't take the balls.
Points are accumulating nicely.
Usually it's best, in my opinion, to only do the add a ball when you've got 2 balls or 1 left. I added it when 3 are in play, and it proves was not a good idea. Couldn't save all of them.
Defeat the attack.
Oh, okay.
Super jackpot.
That felt good.
The ratings indicate the shot multiplier is active.
Oh, come on.
You place a shot multiplier. J.
Oh, it rejected out of the hyperspace. Dang it. Dang it. Okay. I admit it, I was trying to backhand the Death Star.
One locked.
Crap. No extra ball. No ball save. Scores are edging up there. They're getting up, getting a little better each time. If you're new to the stream, welcome to the show, folks. My name is Aaron with 2 A's and a Ron. This is Grown Up Adjacent, where we embrace being, you know, into pinball and arcades and having fun and being somewhat, you know, into technology, lights, flashing, mechanical shit, and chat. That's what happens here.
We need your help to defeat the Empire.
What we do. We need your help. We need your help. This is the Star Wars adjacent streamer friendly music. My nose just got really itchy. Okay.
Do it again.
Serious, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alright. Lock up one ball.
Ball one locked.
Or Sierra, sorry. Mispronounced that probably,
I
but
invite you to aim at one of the lit mission lanes.
I felt a great disturbance in the force.
starting to be my
As if
favorite
millions
shot
of
today.
voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Ball two locked. Lock is lit.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the force flowing through him.
Kid, I've flown from one side of this galaxy to the other, seen a lot of strange stuff, but I've never seen anything to make me believe there's one all-powerful force controlling everything.
Well, guess what there is? That's what the entire franchise is about.
How am I supposed to fight if such multipliers are lit? You've placed a shot multiplier.
Why did I not try to save that? You mean this game? This is an LE. Is that what you mean? Oh my goodness. More of the things. More of the biz. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Space Junk 3000. Thank you, my friend. Almost taking the top spot. Very much appreciated. Did you mean which game version? Yeah, it's in LE.
Half battle multi-ball. Now, please go home. I wish I had your confidence. Jackpot!
Yeah, the back glass is.
Defeat the AT-AT.
I think the back glass looks good because of the chrome. And it's the only one I have like that, so.
Super jackpot! The ion cannon is ready.
Oh, I couldn't. Oh, yes! Okay, the ball's wobbly. Yes, okay. And it almost went into Darth Vader.
Let's try not to come in some groups next time.
And so the question, to answer your question that nobody asked, actually, would I ever buy another LE? So when I chose to purchase Star Wars, I knew I wanted the theme because I just had like a banger set of games playing Metallica. So I was having a John Borg fanboy moment. That was part of it. Mike Vinicor, I think he did the code on this with, or he worked on rules or something. Raymond Davidson. And the fact that it was Star Wars and I didn't own one, that was a huge factor. The only other reason why I selected to get the LE over the premium, which most of you know are very similar, I had just had a hell of a time getting back Invisible Glass. It was very hard. It was sold out almost everywhere. And I had just really been enjoying John Wick's expression lighting, and Stern was taking 6 months to a year to make accessories, like King Kong, for example. Dungeons and Dragons still doesn't have a topper. So I just thought, you know, I'm going to get Star Wars. It's going to be dark and black for a year. I don't think so. So that was the reasoning I spent the extra $3,000 and bought this version where I wouldn't normally. I don't know that I would do it again. That's another good question. So Busted Chop says, is there a theme that would be an instant LE for you? So let's say we knew in advance a title was coming out that we knew was going to be a banger, like Godzilla 2, you know, Jaws, but 2, but better. I don't know. Yeah, I would probably pick, it would just depend on the theme. So we have like supposedly what, Pokemon and Transformers coming. If at first look the games, maybe Transformers, Pokemon I probably won't bite on, but I don't know of a theme in the near future. I would go the route of getting an LE. The only reason I would, if it was an Elwyn and we knew it was going to be holding its value, Stern would need to do things a little bit different to get me to bite on another LE for now. Now, for me as a buyer and a home user, I also really, really enjoy upgrading my machines. I love putting in my own speakers. I love putting in my own expression lighting after, you know, ordering it later. I also now love getting metal powder coated. So, and I found a good source for Invisible Glass. So, I think next time I'll probably wait for the premium. I don't know. Power Rangers. I don't know. I feel like, so my brother is a few years younger than me. He was absolutely into Power Rangers. I don't know. For me, if there was a MacGyver or an Airwolf that had all the scenes, maybe.
Super skill shot completed.
There was a reject on the Death Star.
What is thy bidding, my master?
MacGyver would be sick.
What makes you think, sir?
The tremor in the force.
Use the action button to
Oh yeah, there we go. It worked.
Surely he must be dead by now.
Don't underestimate the force.
Oh yeah, RoboCop. Okay, here's the question of the day. We've already had a question of the day, but what would be your dream theme? Everyone in the chat, if you're not normally a chatter, hop in the chat. I'd love to hear it. Damn it.
This will be a day long remembered. It has seen the end of Kenobi, and will soon see the end of the rebellion.
For me, I mean, I was like a lot of you, video gamer probably. I would love to see Half-Life. Even if they did it like Half-Life Alyx generation. But from a manufacturer like Stern. Or yeah, like what about Mario Brothers? King Kong? Donkey Kong, I meant. Oh yeah, The Fifth Element, Van Halen. I was gonna say Judge Dredd, but you know, they did that. Did they do it? Did they do it good enough though? There's a Judge Dredd for sale near me right now. I missed it. There was a Terminator, a Terminator for sale as well, and I missed that one. And I kind of regret not buying it because I knew the seller and I had played it on location, and it was pretty nice. It needed a shop. It needed a bit of, but it was one that I wouldn't mind like putting in the workshop and just slow burning a full like refurb / restoration. Also, I don't know if you guys listen to the Flippin' Out podcast. I think it's the Flippin' Out podcast with Greg Bone. I really like the show I listened to today, so shout out to that podcast. They were talking about is Pinball Restoration a ripoff? I thought it was an excellent episode. I didn't finish it yet. It's absolutely a good listen if you're into that podcast. Because yeah, recently I've been out shopping for some games that have been restored or refurbished or shopped. And I'm learning that like the definition of that is very fluid. It's a sliding scale of what is, you know, considered actually refurbished, refreshed, or repaired. Because some people will have the skill set to do, for example, playfield part replacement or cabinet painting, cleaning, or they do the boards. But when you think about it, if you buy a used game that needs all those things, or even a refurbish can be way more than the game's worth. But, you know, I think one thing that we kind of do too often in this hobby and with the podcasts and everyone, quite often they talk about the monetary side as though that's like the only thing. Like no one's ever owned a classic car or been into, you know, be a car enthusiast, or, you know, people dump money into things you'll never see again. So I don't know. Is Pinball Restoration a ripoff? Is it worth it? I don't know. I do know, and I've witnessed and experienced recently, that sliding scale of what has truly been restored. Not in a bad way. It's just people have, yeah, well, I've seen that recently, Busted Jobs. Also, you know, people are listing games for a pretty full price. Like they looked up Pinside, transferred it into their local currency, And that's what they're selling their game. And then here their game has broken flippers, missing rubbers, like completely roached playfield or roached back glass. So, I mean, it's a free market. People will pay what they'll pay, but it is the new experience for me to see, like, when people call something restored, it's not restored sometimes. But the other thing my friend Eden and actually Koji kind of pointed out too, talking to them about restored or refurbed games, was some people's expectations are higher. Like for me, like if you just want to play a game, you just need everything to work and that's it. So then it's, you know, I would call that like players level. But and like Johnny Button, we talked about that game I went to look at recently. It played really well. It shot well. Everything played well. Some work had gone into it, but then maybe my expectation level was unreasonable or just higher. But again, it's all personal taste, personal reasons. So I don't know. And then what it comes down to is that urgency, the fear of missing out. Like I'm afraid of missing out on used purchases too. So are people like, do they get FOMO for used games? Like when you see that Addams Family come up for sale and you know it's roached, are you still going to buy it just because you don't think it'll come up again? Is that a thing? Because I kind of feel like that at a few games I've looked at recently. I was looking at a game and it had been sitting for a couple weeks and I just was like, hey, I'm going to be out in your city this weekend. Can I come take a look at that game? They're like, oh, it's pending, it's sold. I'm like, take the fucking listing down. But, you know, that's pinball. That's anything, you know.
I shall report your contribution to the general at once.
Yeah, and I think Johnny Button, like, it's just like cars or boats or anything. Restored should mean just as good or better than new, right? Yeah, Busted Chops. I know you like playing. Busted Chops is one of your favorites right now. Is Comet on Virtual Pinball, and you saw one in the wild, and you'd think you might not see another one. Tom.com. That's what they were talking about too on that podcast I mentioned. The flipping. I think it's the flipping out one. It's the one with Greg Bone, and the other guy. They're gonna watch it right now and be like, fuck that guy, I forgot my name. But I didn't. I'm just not saying it. I know it. Yeah, Ken Cromwell? Anyways.
The Empire never rests, and neither can we.
Getting jiggy with it. Welcome in, Light Free, by the way. We're just having some of the chat portion of the show, which is something we do here too, but playing Star Wars Pinball. Oh yeah. Welcome back, Silver Ion, to the show. There we go. The Simpsons. I know, once you hear it, you can't unhear it. If anything, that should be like the hot topic of the last month. Okay, so the pay-to-play subscription for the home leaderboard includes the Simpsons sound.
It has come to my attention that the missions are lit.
I know I've
Well done.
I know I've talked about the home leaderboard quite a bit on stream, and it is absolutely a benefit. My wife and daughter love the home leaderboard, guys, so I knew I would think it's kind of cool, but they love it. They go right and look at it. And
Oh my! You've activated the multipliers.
no. Okay, what was that? Trickled off. I feel like my game must not be level. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. Oh! What was that like a Lazarus's hotter little sister or something?
You've placed a shot. The Jedi Ball station is now fully functional.
My ball went into the drain at speed and ended up in the shooter lane.
Half the battle
Yes,
will
please.
be gone. Use the action button to control your Jedi powers and save the ball.
Just tell them. New achievement?
Well done.
Oh, shoot. I looked down and I thought the Jedi ball was lit, but it was the add-a ball was lit. So I added the ball. Not unnecessarily, but
Defeat the AT-AT. Defeat the AT-AT.
it's not going to work. Oh, it did. It did. It did.
We've been rescued.
Last couple of times I've used the force save when the ball's been spinning like crazy like that, like, ow, knuckle effed my mixer.
Defeat the AT-AT.
There we go.
Oh, do hurry. Multiplier is lit. I advise you to collect it. 5, 4,
All right, give me the ball then.
2.
Don't worry. You've got a lot of guts coming here.
I don't think I've got it.
For what you told.
Your time has expired.
How you doing, you old pirate? So good to see you. What's wrong with the Falcon? Hyperdrive. I'll get my people to work on it.
S-Job says, back to your question, I'd love to see Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The different locations could make some cool modes and the music would be great. Okay, I'm gonna ask the viewers another question. So how hard do you think it is to build a homebrew? So I'm not saying I'm going down that rabbit hole, but
Skill shot completed.
it's definitely a popular thing these days.
I got your promise. Not a scratch. Would you get going, you pirate?
So Johnny Button, we're gonna have a hear me out moment in a second. Okay, Johnny Button, now hear me out. So what we do know is, no, I know. We went over this, but what the viewers may not know is you can order the cabinet. You can get an artist to work on the decals. They'll already know the shape. You can, draw out and sketch out your layout. And then you can you can get a kit built where the playfield comes, and then you can and you can hire a coder that'll give you some almost like template code, and you just plug in your video scenes. I have bit off much bigger mouthfuls than that. And that's the thing, though. I think you hit the nail on the head, Silver Iron. It's a big time commitment. And I'm definitely not minimizing the effort that goes into even designing virtual pinball tables, but also the time commitment that goes into those building the homebrew games.
Skill shot completed. Test on lock 2.
Yes, I think that would probably be. I think you know what I'm thinking. Tom.com as well.
Super skill shot completed.
Oof. Oh, that's the second time it's happened today, guys. The ball came firing into the drain, and it ended up in the trough. So
the galaxy is at war, and we need your help.
But yeah, I mean, I know another person local to me that does designs like virtual pinball playfields and stuff, but I don't know that I would really want to like ask him for help or ask them for help, but time is the thing. Look over at the John Wick topper, the hourglass. That is life, folks. That is life. We are in an hourglass of life. Yeah, that's true, Silver Iron. Today's been probably one of my most favorite chat times with you guys. I don't know why. It's been good. It's been a gooder for a short stream too. Tonight's stream won't be super, super long, unfortunately. Tonight, my daughter has her Christmas concert. So you go into that. Actually, 1 second. Let's put that on for a second. So I took a picture when we were at Barrels of Fun. They had their whiteboard and it had all the themes recommended that people wanted to see Barrels of Fun make. That was cool. I'll post it in the Discord. I'll be streaming Busted Chops. You mean at the at the Christmas concert? I don't know. I'm sure there'll be people there. I don't know how interesting it would be. Because I like to mix in childhood trauma with this live stream and make all of you cringe and make faces. I told a story on stream before. during my Christmas concert growing up in about grade 6 or 5, we came home and the whole house was robbed. I told the whole long form version of that story before, but I won't pepper in too much trauma into the live stream. We try to keep it light. Yeah, we came home from the Christmas concert and the whole house was cleaned out. Like all the presents, all the valuables, everything. So anyways, long story short, I don't trust anybody now. Permanent trust issues, permanent, like, anyways, but I think it's helped me be very situational aware in life. So I think that's a positive. It's just stuff that left. No one got hurt, so. Okay.
The rebellion can most certainly use your help.
Play out the game. Best of Chops, I'm serious when I say I think it probably helped me be a very questioner. I question people and motives and I look at situations and all that stuff. But it was a real life Grinch. It turned out to be the lady that did the house cleaning at the time when we were growing up, her son. And we learned about it many years later. She admitted to it. But I'll tell you what the worst part was. So growing up because of that, they knew the housekeeper or her son had robbed us. They never got another house cleaner. So it meant chores my whole fucking life. It was the gift that kept on giving.
Laugh it up, fuzzball. I suggest you start one of the flashing mission shots. D.
I've been waiting for you.
The Jedi Ball save is now fully operational.
I dropped that ball. Okay, ball save though. That shot is not hard to cross shoot, it would seem.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master.
Ball for already. Almost locked it.
Very well done. Bonus multiplied. The Jedi Ball save is now fully operational. Half battle multi-ball. Double jackpot. Jackpot.
I can use ball save or my force save. Oh, it does now.
Double jackpot. Jackpot. Use the action button to control your Jedi powers and save the ball. Jackpot. Defeat the AT-AT.
Ah, one more chance. Oh. No.
Super jackpot collected. How wonderful.
17,000. Those guys must really be desperate. This could really save my neck. Get back to the ship.
A huge barbecue, jalapeno or jalapeno, meat lovers pizza.
We've been rescued.
My butthole's burning just from thinking about that. No, it sounds delicious.
Log is lit. The ratings
Now I'm
indicate the
so
show
hungry.
multiplier is active.
Aw. Okay, got a couple minutes to chat, see what else is going on with you guys. Then I gotta hammer in some dinner and go watch a joyous Festivus that is my daughter's music thing tonight. I wanted to also sincerely thank all of the new followers and subscribers tonight, and as well as the bits donators. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Space Junk 3000, LOTR Breath, and Johnny Button for the gift subs. Gift subs help the channel a lot, because not only do they help contribute, they also help bring viewers back because they'll get no commercials. If you're a subscriber, you got to come hang out in the Discord. If you don't use Discord, it's a chat for gamer nerds, much like all of us. Discord is flowing pretty much 24/7. So the little grown-up adjacent community's grown quite a bit. It's fun if you guys come and hang out in there. Yeah. So S Jabs from California also. Which Ace Gogi do you go to? I know, actually, you know what I really like, Busted Chops? Your leaderboard was a cool idea. I like seeing that in the background of one of your pictures too. Van Nuys.